Hello everybody, my name is Thomas and welcome back to Thomas's Tutoring. In the previous video, I went over some alphabet sums for your applied reasoning and for your maths. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over a summer holidays timetable. Whether that means that you've broken up already or you haven't. But I'm going to be going over some timetables, well, one timetable in particular. But anyway, before we get into the video, make sure to leave a like if you did find this useful and subscribe to my channel if you are not already, because I really do appreciate it. So, the summer holidays are here, but to stay on top of your 11 plus work and to make sure your hard work does not go downhill from here, you're going to need a schedule. The timetable I will provide you with is flexible and it is only a guideline, and you can always adapt it, but this is a strong start. So the timetable, so on your left you have your times down here and your activities on the right. So I would say around 7:30 you should wake up, and then at 8 o'clock you should start a maths paper. Make sure it's not a 10-minute length one, but an entire 1 hour length paper. And at 9 o'clock you should take a 15-minute break. Now make sure this is not on the screen. Maybe reading a book or some comprehension tips, but I would say don't read a book, just have some comprehension tips. Because at 9:15, you're going to start a 1 hour long 10 minutes English paper with 10 minutes for reading time. And then after that, at 10:25, read a book. And don't read a book like The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Read something advanced, especially books written in the 20th century, so the 1900s, because those books are likely to come up in your comprehension paper. So then after that, so you can do an hour worth of reading, and then at 11:30, mark your maths paper with a parent or carer or perhaps an elder sibling, because these people will provide you with helpful feedback, and they should take around 45 minutes. And then at 12:15, have lunch for half an hour, and then at 12:45, mark your English paper with your parent, carer or elder sibling. Again, these people will provide you with helpful feedback, and again should take roughly 45 minutes. And read your book again for half an hour. And then at 2 o'clock, have 15 minutes on an electronic device. You can contact your friends to say go over a park later, but make sure you only have 15 minutes and no more than that. And then at say 2:15, play a ball game with your family for an hour, whether that's Uno or Monopoly. Spend time with your family and do not alienate yourself, especially with such little contact with the outside world during the lockdown. So yeah, you won't have as much contact, so you need to stay in touch with your family a lot. And so at 3:15, continue reading your book for half an hour. Again, not a book like The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, something advanced, 20th century. And then at 5:45, do any school homework you have. And this should only take you the first few days, so after say a week, you shouldn't have any school homework left. I mean, if you have a project, you can do that. But otherwise, you can just cool down for half an hour. And then at 4:15, you should have a snack, because you don't want to starve yourself. And then at 4:30, you should learn some vocabulary for about half an hour, whether that's on flashcards, reading an 11 plus book, or just having some words, writing down their meanings, covering up their meanings, and then saying what their meaning is. And make sure you do active reading, not passive revision. So active revision is where you're constantly taking notes and focused on, and passive revision is where you're just, it looks like you're doing it, but really you're just staring at the window in the garden. And that's really not good. And then say at 5 o'clock, the weather should begin to start cooling down, so you can go play in your garden for a bit. Whether that's laps, smashing a ball into the back of a net, or bowling a sibling out. Enjoy the sunshine, but make sure not to burn yourself. Do that for about 45 minutes, maybe half an hour. And then read some more, because reading is very important. And then have dinner for 45 minutes at 6:30. And then if your friend said that they can go over the park to play, you need to enjoy contact with the outside world over the summer holidays. Don't just be addicted to your phone, because that's the worst thing that can happen. So go play over the park with your friends, or just go play with your older siblings or family. And then at 8 o'clock, cool yourself down, have a shower. And then at 8:15, get ready to sleep, but once again, read a book for 15 minutes. At past, stick a bookmark in and get some sleep. These holidays can be used to catch up on sleep, lost from revision, and studying throughout the school year. Because if you're constantly staying up till 9:30 every night on a weekday, just trying to get your 11 plus papers done, if you go at 8:30 on the school holidays, you will honestly catch up on so much sleep and you'll feel so much better. So here's the importance of reading over the summer holidays. Because not only do you have like the World Book Challenge and stuff in your local library, but you might have noticed that I put in over 3 hours worth of reading in a just over 12-hour period. So this is roughly a quarter of your day just spent reading. And the importance of reading as you approach what is known in sprinting as the home straight, so basically the final part of the 11 plus journey, is so crucial, the importance of reading. Because if you stop reading, these 4 or 5 bad things will start to happen. Your vocabulary knowledge will go down. You'll start to forget what words mean. And forgetting what words mean can mean that you just forget what they mean, and then say you're in the 11 plus paper, it's saying find the synonym of this word, and you're just stumped. And if you are stumped, that is of absolutely zero use to anybody, apart from your rivals, because then they get an easy time. You will lose writing ideas. So for creative writing, if you're doing CSSE, they don't do instructive writing anymore. I don't think so. But they tell you to finish off the story, or you have a picture and you have to write a mini story about that. If you forget, or say you lose writing ideas, you just have a picture and you won't know what to write about. But say you have been reading books for at least a quarter in total of the summer holidays, you will continue having writing ideas, which is a good thing. And you won't have empathy. Now this isn't for the 11 plus, but not having empathy means that connecting with the outside world and helping friends and stuff like that gets a lot harder. And finally, your inference skills, your analysis skills, they will decline. If you get given a text, you won't understand what some of it means. You can't infer anything. You can't understand subtle meanings that haven't been told directly. And your analysis skills, your ability to find important parts of the text, the extract, will go down. It will decline. It will be a steep decline, and it will be hard to gain that, because you'll only have about 3 weeks. It's often around the 20th of September, the test. And none of these 4 things here are good. So I'll emphasize again, you need to read during the summer holidays. Whether that's, even if it's simple books, but just with good vocabulary, or just books with interesting plot lines, like the Alex Rider series. It gives you good general knowledge, and it doesn't have great vocabulary, but it helps you general knowledge. You can infer things, even in films, spotting Easter eggs, things like that are all useful for analysis skills, inference skills. So yeah, writing ideas, as I said before, if you can't think of anything, creative writing is worth 15 marks. In a CSSE paper, that's a quarter of marks gone. That's 25%. Unless you get 100% on your maths, that's going to be really hard to get into one of the top schools. Or even say you're doing GM, CEM or GL. It will be so hard if your vocabulary knowledge goes down, your inference and analysis skills go down. They might even ask you questions in the 11 plus. How do you think Robert felt when he started bleeding? Or something like that. If you don't have empathy, you won't understand how he feels. But if you do have empathy, you will grasp the idea of empathy better. And you'll grasp the idea of how does he feel? Or how does she feel? A lot better than just saying, Robert must have felt sad when he started bleeding. That's a boring answer, an answer a robot would give. You want to prove that you're not a robot by showing that you have empathy. You know how he feels and you can describe in good detail. Robert felt downhearted and he felt crushed when he felt the blood dripping down his forehead, as he knew this might be the end for him. That sentence is a ton better than Robert must have felt sad when he was bleeding. So yeah, the importance of reading the timetables. All of these things are important to stick with over the summer holidays. Like I put at the beginning, these timetables I've given you here, they are flexible. They are very, very, very flexible. You can adapt it if you want. You can wake up at 7, you can wake up at 6:30. Make sure you do eat and well. And make sure you do drink water, because you don't want to dehydrate. It's getting really hot, the weather, so yeah. And anyway, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button down below and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And until the next video, have a nice day. I'll see you in the next one.